Okay, welcome back. We're going to pick up where we left off. We left off with the summer logo, the video up here on top, and that's not how we want it because we want our logos to be visible in front of the layer. So bring that back down. It was more for demonstration to understand. If you don't have it in the right order, we lose things. And you can also see where they're at, both by the order here and by turning layers on and off with the eye. All right, let me turn on my highlighter here real quick before we get going. Next step that we're going to do is we're moving over into step 5, and we're going to change the duration of this layer. If you notice, we scrub this. Our background disappears here at 10 seconds, but the logo here continues to 30 seconds. So we can adjust that by grabbing the timeline. If I hover here on the end of the timeline for Apeak, I'm going to highlight that first. I can grab this, and I can just shorten it by hovering and I'm pulling it down. Oh, that was in the way. There. And I can grab it here. And actually, well, we'll leave that for now. This will shorten the whole video. Okay. And we need to shorten the timeline itself. For now, I'm going to leave the video where it was at 30 seconds. But if I try to drop it here, you notice it's not magnetically snapping to 10 seconds like it did in Premiere Pro. I can do that by hitting Shift on my keyboard and then dragging it, and I get close, then it snaps. So Shift is going to be your best friend when you're adjusting times. I'm going to grab this one as well, drag it over. I'm going to hold Shift down and click. Now that this isn't in the way, at least for the time being, I'm going to keep that at 30 seconds. My guess is we'll adjust that later on, and we want our full composition here to eventually be the length that everything's happening. So we trim that down, and if I hit play, we should be able to see everything, and then at 10 seconds, everything disappears. Perfect. We are ready to go now to step 4, and we want to change when different layers appear. In this case, we're going to change when the logo here, Apeak, appears. Okay, so I'm going to grab this. We do the same way by trimming it. This way, we're going to drag this over to 1 second. And I can get close. If I hold Shift, I can snap. Now, this area here has a marker in this project as a sample for 1 second, but I can't see where 1 second is. So I'm going to zoom in on my timeline by going here. Let me move my time player head over, and then I can zoom in here. And the F's here are for a fraction of a second. Okay, I don't want to have the F's for right now what I'm seeing. So I'm going to go until it snaps out. So I have 0 seconds, 1 second, 2 seconds. That's perfect. And double check that Apeak is stopping, or starting, I should say, at 0 seconds. So now if I scrub, I'm going to drag this over. There's no Apeak logo yet. And when I get to here, now it appears. Okay, perfect. Next up, we need to do an animation. So this is going to introduce some new, let's save, and we'll come back here and do our animation in part C. So thanks for joining me now. I'm going to save changes to this. So click on save, and then this I'm going to cancel, and we will see you in the next one. Keep on working.